Go ahead. Yo, 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 what's up, people? Long time no see. It's been a long time. How y'all doing? Yo, yo, we got Daryl Mead in the house saying hello to everybody. You got the DK all the way from across the other side of the world. We got Mambo saying hi. We got Shar of Heart doing her thing. We got Follow the Sun following it today. And of course, we got the J-vlog in here saying hello to all the peoples. Ario Gono in the house. And my boy, Nomadic Gaijin, shouting out the Chikas. Yo, 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 did I miss anybody? Thank you guys for coming on. It's been a while. So if I'm a bit rusty with it, please. Oh, I missed the Me Dibbles. Yeah, Me Dibbles talking about sleep patterns. I was just talking about this with J-vlog as well. Like, I couldn't get much sleep last night. I fell asleep in this chair and I was trying to go fully on to sleep, but it didn't happen. But we're here. We're doing it. Yo, I forgot about to say hi to John McKee's World, who's making fried eggs and drinking Guinness. I was tempted to break open a beer, but that would be like 10:45 in the morning, day drinking already. My God, I think it's too early for me, but I hope it's not too early for you. Guys, just to let you know, it's been a long time since we've done a Lito bunch, and we got like a special guest today. You know him in the chat as the J-vlog, and I only know him from his interactions with our community here, but I just feel a kindred spirit. He's a content creator, another fellow Canadian here, based in Japan in a little bit of a different area of the islands, but I do really want to go out and physically meet him. But for today, we're gonna have him come digitally on as our main guest and do our best to know a little bit more about him and what he's doing in the online space and just in life in general. Number 2, we've got a really awesome surprise for you, something that he's created that I really want to show and unbox with him. And if you guys have any questions and want to know what's up with that, now's your chance, as well as talking about passions, like passion projects. Can we turn passions into profit? You guys know I'm all over the place. I have a lot of different hobbies, and one of my newest hobbies is like buying little action like figures, like Dragon Ball and cute Bishoujo, like little girl figures, and I want to repaint them. To make them look like 2D anime. I don't know if there's something in it, but for some reason my mind is like all about that right now. That's the new kind of thing for me, and I want to see if our guest J-vlog has something to add to that, and if you guys also have something to add to the conversation. Yeah, Mambo Crest going, yeah, Canadians, eh? Oh, Ramsey's silent in the house. Sorry, all having net problems. Smash the like. It's better than smashing your thumb with a hammer. Greetings all. Greetings. There you go. Nice to see you. Sharfart, your phone is dying. Oh no. Please take care. And hey, nice little nice artistic logo. Is that new? I think that's a new one. Take care, recharge, and maybe see it on the replay if you have to duck out. Oh, damn. Giving you a little bit of behind the scenes there. Yes. Guys, without further ado, I'd like to welcome my guest coming all the way from Canada, well, and also now living in Japan, the other side of the islands from me. Well, not completely the other side, but pretty still far away. Hope to meet him someday. But here he is in the digital. The J-vlog. Let me introduce the J-vlog. Yo, the J-vlog.
Yo.
How you doing?
Yo, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone.
Nice.
So yes, I've been bugging Lito about this for a little bit.
Yeah.
He's actually kind of holding his Christmas presents.
Oh, I like that.
But so yes, this has been this live unboxing format. This has been a project that has been put on the back burner, and now we're finally getting to do it. So here we go. It's going to be a good one, guys. It's not going to be a sit down and listen to us ramble. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear, show it in the comments on the side, put it over there, Q&A, anything, open discussion. doesn't necessarily have to be. We got a number of topics to cover here, so it's going to be bang, 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 bang. Lito's got stuff to do today. I've got stuff to do today. So it is going to be fairly quick paced.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you for setting the pace, the J-vlog. The J-vlog, I think most of the people know you, but just in case there isn't anyone who does know you or they're watching on the replay, tell us a little bit more about your content and what you're up to right now in Japan and in your life.
Okay, my content is basically okay. Let's take a step back.
Okay.
Way back in time. When YouTube first came out, we were living in Canada at the time, and people were making content about cooking and stuff like that. And I said, we're doing it anyway. Why not just film it?
Mm-hmm.
Right? We're doing it anyway. So put it out there, and if we make a few bucks off it, fine. If we don't, then that's okay. So that's where it started.
Cool.
And the original channel was called Gachi Cooking.
Gachi Cooking? Like Gachi?
Yeah, like your underwear. Because I would do the cooking at home, but because we're at home, I was running around in my underwear, and my wife is sitting there filming me running around in my underwear cooking.
All right.
Pro tip, deep frying in your underwear is not a wise choice.
Oh, okay. All right. Wow. Sounds like you were already like on the cusp of OnlyFans material before it even was a thing, maybe, while cooking. Wow.
So that's how it started. And then while we were in Canada, we decided that we got to move back to Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I started researching these other J YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
And there was Victor, give me a break man, give me a flake man. He was one of the first ones I found. Ryan Boundless was there. Mully was there. Gary was there. These are the first people that I came into contact with. And
Wow.
They were kind of the inspiration for the on the street videos that I'm doing now.
I think the cool kids call them IRL now, right? The IRL videos.
The IRL videos. And the way I've put the spin on my content with the IRL videos is not only do I do the walking around, but my target audience is not the tourists. My target audience are the jet teachers. The people that are coming here for, 2 years, 3 years. How to do your bank account, how to do your banking, what to look for at the grocery shop and stuff like that, how to get around locally, not taking the taxi and stuff like that. So believe in yourselves in the house, getting flashbacks. Yes.
Do you know what he's referring to, or is that an inside thing?
Probably the moment I mentioned Victor, Mully, and Ryan Boundless.
Okay.
Right.
That's cool. Hey, believe in yourself. Nice to see you.
But so yeah, my target audience are the people that want to survive here the long term, because typically speaking, you get hired by a company, you're an English teacher, you've got a longevity of about 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people give up after that.
I see. So you're trying to help out the community of people who actually want to stay here longer than that 1 year.
Yeah, like there's your first 6 months here in Japan, not knowing the language, not knowing anything. Right. Where's the supermarket? What's this? What's that? And stuff like that. How to get around. Your first 6 months here is hell. It's no doubt about it.
I agree. I everybody has growing pains and this and that, and everybody has a different journey. But even me, like I came with a pretty good base of Japanese, but I still was not be able to. One of my crazy stories was going to the supermarket trying to find toothpaste, and I was like, okay, how do you say toothpaste in Japanese, and what's the kanji for it? Like I don't even read it. So I was looking for any sort of tube that looked like it. I brought it home, put it in my mouth, suddenly realized this ain't toothpaste. It was, like IH stovetop heaters. It was the cleaner for that. I was just like, oh my god. Okay, that's what that tastes like. Okay, I'm gonna find out what toothpaste is. So yeah, we've all had our growing pains, but someone like you who make content like that, really helps out. And interesting enough, just out of curiosity, why did you feel like you wanted to help out that target audience? Was it something that you felt yourself was a struggle and you wanted to help others or something?
That's one reason. And the other reason is I can't get out much.
Mm-hmm.
Doing the tourism style videos, as fun as they are, they cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
You've got travel expenses, you've got lunches, and you've got all this and that, especially the travel expenses.
Yeah.
It costs a lot of money. And I was brought up in such a form that don't go out to see other cities and places until you know your own place.
Oh, that's interesting.
So you take that kernel of where you are right now, and then you explore that area with ever increasing concentric circles. And then that's when you start to expand. Once you've covered where you live, and in this case it's Sasebo, once I've done everything that Sasebo has to offer, then I can go out.
I see.
And explore other cities. And I haven't even begun to touch what Sasebo has to offer.
Sorry, every time I say I and then C, Siri gets triggered, and then I can't hear your audio. But I think I got the gist of what you're saying. Explore your local area and then explore further. I think you're hitting a lot of notes. We got Luke in the chat saying travel expenses suck.
Yep.
Guys who are watching that and watching people like us do IRL stuff, it's true. I mean, it's something you have to consider. Even just taking the train nowadays. Like before, when I was an English teacher, my company paid for our commute. As soon as I decided to do a different career, I'm just like, oh my god, I gotta pay for the train every train now. That adds up. Or these lunches or whatever. But on your second note, there was explore your local area. I think JJ, when he traveled to Japan, he was based in a certain area like Asakusa for example, and he did exactly what you said. Just walked around the block and then 2 blocks and then slowly expand. And he knows it like the back of his hand. It's like his hood. You really know your environment really well, and I think you grow an appreciation for that area for sure.
Yeah, and like I mentioned, there's so much to do here in Sasebo. Okay, I just recorded a failed video. That's a story for another time. But there's so many restaurants here. Like Tabby Eats was here, and
cool.
They were saying that this is a gourmet city. It is. There's so many restaurants in this tiny little city that even if you were to go visit one a day, you wouldn't. In the 5 years, 6 years that I've been here, there's no way I could have visited them all. No way. Impossible. And then there's the events. Then there's, all these other things that are happening, the festivals and that. So
cool.
It's,
sounds like a very
the content is never ending.
Nice. Did you meet up with Tabby Eats, by the way, or just knew that it was
No.
or they were in town?
This was last year. They came and they let us know that they're going to be in town literally the day before.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, dude, man, no, I could have taken you around.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
Right.
Oh, that's too bad though. That would have been awesome. Okay, on that note, let me get back to the chat and then we'll move on to our next topic here. But Nomadic Gaijin says, thoughts on Sasebo burgers, overrated or worth it? What's your expert opinion?
Depends on the shop.
It
depends on the shop. What differentiates a Sasebo burger from other burgers in Japan is that it's like 95% plus, 90% plus locally sourced.
Cool.
So the bacon is Nagasaki bacon. The beef is Nagasaki beef.
Nice.
All the vegetables, they're all Nagasaki. The cheese, I think, is the only part that isn't sourced locally.
Where do you think it's from?
I'm not exactly sure. Kagoshima, maybe?
Oh, okay.
Possibly.
Cool.
I know it's in the Kyushu area. Like even the bread is locally sourced. There's an island over here, Goto Island, and
Mhm.
they've got a massive bread factory there that's supplying all these chains.
That's
locally.
awesome. It looks like are you looking out your window and like looking at that island?
It's the window's right in front of me, and there's a bay. If I open my screen door, there's a bay there, and if I just keep swimming, I'll hit the island.
That's amazing. That's amazing. You have that view from your window. That's super cool. Me Double is chiming in with, for me, as I was a traveler in Japan, I covered a huge area in the 3 months that they were there. Yeah, 3 months is a good time, you know, to really travel. I know the opposite is true for some people. They come to Japan for a very short time and they want to do everything and they go everywhere and they get the JR pass and they're like half a day in Kyoto and half a day. I'm just like, whoa, like I don't know if you're gonna see anything deeper than just, you know, a postcard kind of feel for a place, right? Like for me,
Yeah.
I'd rather like take my time in maybe 1 to 2 locations. I love going back to the same place over and over again. If I like it, I'll just keep going back there. That's just me though.
Yeah, that's something that I'm trying to avoid doing, is even though as much as I enjoy it, I try to avoid going back to the same place because I know there's other places I haven't been to.
I see.
Right. And I want to check those out because you never know. And when it comes to coming in as a tourist, I totally understand. I totally understand. You want to cram in as much as possible in as short amount of time as possible. But do you really get to see it?
Mhm.
You can see it, but do you get to see it? Do you experience it? Oh, it's crowded. It's this. It's busy. It's blah, 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 blah. Okay, so yeah, but you experience the busyness, but you didn't experience, you know, the event itself. You know, you didn't absorb it into you, right? So
Yeah, I agree. I think that's what honestly, to be kind of biased though, what tours are good for. If you have a limited amount of time and you want someone local to really
yeah,
give you the ins and outs, and if you only have that like short window of time, that's a good way. But yeah, like I know so many tourists that I took around, and that's what they're doing. It reminds me of like the JTB tours where Japanese people would go to like Canada and they do like, you know, Vancouver in a day and then Banff, then Toronto, and then, you know, and they do it like over 3 or 4 days, and then they want to see the aurora, you know, the aurora borealis, and just like, whoa, like, so you just go
get
there
in
and
there,
take a
snap
photo.
some pics, and get out.
Yeah, that's it, right? This is like the epitome.
Yeah.
What was that, like in the 80s? We would see all the Japanese tourists with their cameras that would be like put into Hollywood movies and things like that. But anyways, so has your content shifted to a different topic, or are you still helping local ALTs and jets?
No, doing. I've toned it down a lot, right? Um, it used to be I would highlight my explosiveness
Mm-hmm.
online and my public freakouts and stuff like that. But I've toned that down so it's more of an educational thing. When we're walking, I want you to see the sights. When we're shopping, I want you to see the prices. Right? When we're doing the banking, I want you to, you know, see how it's done. You know, it's kind of like when we're teaching English. There's 2 types of English. There's the academic English, which we're teaching so that they can pass the tests, and then there's the survival English, so that when
Yep.
they go abroad. So think of my videos as kind of the survival English type thing. These are the things that you should know and need to know.
Cool, cool. As a former English teacher, I would say like in a past life. Now, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, cool, cool. Um, Me Dibble is just chiming on that. It seems like I think if you go that quickly, you only really see the train station, and that he was on a tour for the first 9 days. Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. Was it like the same tour with the same people, or like different tour guides? I wonder. So yeah, J-vlog, tell me about the sumo thing. How did you get into that? Because I know you cover sumo a lot.
I started covering sumo, I think it was the second year we were here in Japan. And I wanted to niche down.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do something that can consolidate a community.
Mm-hmm.
And sporting events does that. Everybody rallies around their favorite team. Everybody rallies around, say baseball. Oteo, what's his name? Otani?
Otani?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they all rally around these figures, and they all have this person or event in common. Think of Europe and football, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or soccer,
mm-hmm.
right? America with American football, Canada with hockey. So I wanted to do something like that in Japan. Pen Name's in the house. Thanks for dropping by, boy.
Hey, Pen Name, thank you for coming over and checking it out. Drive by style Japan is best, so you don't smell when you get back to your hometown.
So I wanted to create something that people could rally around. And it had to be, culturally speaking, it had to be purely Japanese. So we're looking at karate, kendo, aikido, sumo, one of the martial arts.
Mm-hmm.
And I went with sumo. Now, it's a small enough community, like it's not stupid popular. It's actually declining. But it's not stupid popular that I'd be overwhelmed and get way out of my league. But it's manageable. It's large enough that we can create this community and everybody gets behind it and everybody gets really excited about it. So, yeah, that's why I chose sumo.
Okay, cool. I thank you for taking us back when you first started, and then hearing the different turns and niche changes that your channel has gone through. This is really useful for me because, like, I'm still, even though I've done YouTube for about 2 years, I don't know how long you've been doing it. Sounds like you've been doing way longer, but I'm still going through my own kind of figuring out what my niche is, and I'm throwing a lot of spaghetti at the wall right now. But it sounds like you're very strategic about things, which I really respect. And maybe that came with your own thinking, or maybe with time and experience. I'm not sure, but sounds cool.
Yeah, experience is the kick in the nuts.
Okay.
you're gonna know when you failed, and you're gonna know when you failed hard, and it's time to pivot.
Oh yeah, cool, awesome, man. Good advice. Thank you. Good. I don't know why I said it that way. Good advice. But thank you for dropping that nugget of wisdom. Guys, we're going to get to the next topic, the main bulk of this. We got the J-vlog here to help you out with the live unboxing. Let me set up the camera. Here we go.
Yep.
I think this
I'm going to go grab some ice.
Okay, cool. So let's do this. I'm going to get our heads up. Guys, it's been a while since I've been using this software, and actually been a while since I've actually done a live stream from home. So the software updated and everything's in a different place. I don't know where things are. So let me just see if I can put my floating head over here. But everything's so weird now. Okay, here we are. Okay. Let's see. Does that work? Hey, that works. Okay. Then I'll get J-vlog coming in.
There we go.
For the web. All right, let's get J-vlog on the bigs, and I'm on the smalls. Bam. Okay, there you are. Okay, so you're up there. Let me just resize you a wee bit. Sweet. Okay, so now we got the Siskel and Ebert of unboxings here.
It's
guys,
mini-me.
Christmas present indeed. I got this from the mail eventually, right? There's a bit of a story there. The first time you got something returned to sender, because I guess I gave you the wrong address for the convenience store, but we got it. And guys, we're gonna do it. Let's go. I'm gonna carefully cut it at the top here. This is a package sent by J-vlog all the way to yours truly. Ba-bam! And
when I saw you doing that shopping video with Clay at the Disney store the other day, I'm sitting there and I'm going, no!
The Disney store or the Nintendo store? Was it the Nintendo store?
Nintendo store, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're like, no. Oh, wow, these are cute. Oh, thanks, dude. So Sasebo. Is that the official Sasebo, like, you?
That's the official mascot.
What's it called?
Burger Man.
Burger Man, of course. Oh, man.
You can see he's dressed up as a little sailor because of the military base.
Oh, that is
Burger
dope.
Man, Burger Girl.
Oh, man. Okay, well, we're going to have Burger Man, Burger Girl supporting from just under our heads here, too. Bam! Okay, oh. Look at that, a younger version of you, I guess.
There's a funny story with that picture.
Really?
I'll tell you guys later. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll tell you guys later.
I didn't realize there are 2 books. I thought.
I told you were getting a double.
Oh, right. I remember now.
Because it got sent back. I sent you the original, and then it got sent back, and I said, okay, well, since the other one's already out, I might as well send you both. So I said, you're getting a double.
Oh, okay. I remember what you're talking about now. I thought it was like the same book though, or is it the same book, just a different cover?
Open it up and find out.
Let's do it. Okay, which should I open first?
The one on your left, Dark Spirits, is the first book. That's the first book, first draft. So all the errors and everything are in that one.
Okay.
It doesn't look like that anymore. It's slightly changed, but this is the first draft of it.
Okay, sounds good. Before we move on, Luke says, a little known fact, Burger Man used to be Mayor McCheese in the U.S. Wow. He left the
from
US
Burger
after a
King,
bad
right?
Re-election.
No.
Re-election.
Mayor McCheese. McCheese. Wasn't that... Was that McDonald's or Burger King? Mayor McCheese sounds like McDonald's.
Oh, really? Is that crazy?
Yeah.
He left after the U.S. had a bad re-election campaign. I think that's a joke. And Believe in Yourself, is coming in with, remember to celebrate the wins. Had several humor wins yesterday as I engaged via chat and live streams. One I had never before engaged with. Nice. Sounds good. All right. You let us know, Luke, which chain that was. McDonald's. He says McDonald's. Okay. All right. Book 1. Dark Spirits. Thank you for purchasing this notebook. I truly hope you enjoy it. It contains concept art that I developed, which has been inspired by science fiction, Warhammer 40K, and other works of art. First edition, 2023. Oh, snap. We're already going for... Oh, wow. Oh. Oh, what? Is that a Titan? I'm a Warhammer noob, so if I get names and stuff wrong, please forgive me. Dude, what is that? Is that a Titan? What, like... Can you step me through this? This is very impressive, and I love the ruled lines on the right. That is dope. Nice touch. So I don't know if we have. I see what you did here. So you have the art on the left and
yes,
space to write on the right. This is like what, a journal or a scrapbook?
It's whatever you want it to be. It's a notebook. It could be your show notes. It could be a journal. It could be recipes or gaming notes. It's whatever you want it to be.
This is super cool. Robert Brooker is saying, very nice. Very nice. Me Dibble saying, first edition, look after that. Wow. Damn, that is... Okay. I'm excited. I want to go through each one. If there's a particular one you want to give us a little insight into, by the way, I just have to say, really nice first choice. So I'm artistic, but I don't do this type of art. Like, I don't think I'm a drawer or artist, but I appreciate like things from a photography and color point of view. So I love the red and the blue, the contrast. Obviously, this huge, look at the scale of this. This must be a Titan, right? It's got the freaking flame sword. I don't know what you call that. And just a daunting, striking image for your first page. Is there something special you want to say about this one?
Nope. These images are designed to provoke thoughts. So
nice.
each person is going to interpret that image as they see fit. What I'm thinking when I'm generating these images and I'm placing them in the order that I'm placing them is I want to tell kind of like a visual story, but my visual story is going to be different from your visual story. What you see in that image is different than what I'm seeing, because I'm seeing Imperial Knights and you're seeing a Titan, and you're seeing a Titan. So if you're seeing a Titan, that's what you see. That's what it is.
Okay.
There's no.
Okay, I'm saying that because I'm a newbie too. Like, I really don't know my lore or anything like that. I got introduced to Warhammer by Dante, and we went to the Warhammer Cafe. You can see that video on my channel, the pre-opening. And I really got into the painting aspect of it, right? Like, I have these Warhammer figures, and you said when you saw these on my desktop one day, you're like, "Hey, I think Lito deserves to have this book." So I really, really appreciate that. As you can see, actually, I'm also into Age of Sigmar, the kind of more medieval fantasy. Have you dabbled in that at all?
No, but in the gaming community they have, and they keep telling me, "Come on over to Age of Sigmar, ditch 40K."
I see. They just, I think, I get the newsletter because I registered for Warhammer 40K official app or whatever. They came out with the old, what's it called? Warhammer, the Old Age or something?
The old world, yeah.
The old world, yeah. So that's old school Warhammer with the square bases, right? Or rectangular.
Yeah, it's a period piece.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So
Okay.
it's like you're the Roman Empire type thing.
Right. Oh, okay.
So, it's 100% fantasy. It takes place in kind of medieval times, and you've got witches, warlocks, goblins, and stuff like that. So
okay.
It's
it's
very Dungeons and Dragons ish.
Okay. So it's not harkening back to the first like edition or second edition of Warhammer. It's a new thing, but
okay. Yeah, it's totally own beast.
Oh, I get it. Okay, but it shares the name Warhammer.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay,
right. Cool. Oh, this is dope. Question: a lot of people now do art digitally, like on an iPad or a computer or a tablet. How about you? Is this all digital? Is this a mix?
It's 100% digital.
Okay, cool. And I'm interested. This is amazing though. So I know it looks digital. I mean, no, you said digital. It doesn't look digital to me. I just assume because I know a lot of people go digital. There's an analog feel to this. Like I can feel the brushstrokes and the paint. You did a really good job of conveying its tactile or I guess like realism, painterly feel to it. Wow, this is interesting. Yeah, what is it? Is this like? It looks like a helmet floating in. Wow.
Well, see, if flip back to the cover, read the title.
Dark Spirits.
That's it. Notebook. Don't worry about the artistic notebook. The theme is Dark Spirits. So these are the images and influences that are behind us.
Okay, got it. Cool. You know, when I started getting into Warhammer, I watched a lot of whatever movies I could see on YouTube and this and that, so to kind of get immersed into the lore. And the lovely thing about Warhammer is people get into it for different, facets of it, right? Lore or art or miniatures or gaming or painting. Oh, wow. Look at this guy. Damn. So you say you did this digitally. Are you doing it like on an iPad or something?
Well, it's an Android tablet.
Okay. Right.
I wish I had an iPad, but I don't. It's an Android tablet, yeah.
Okay, cool. And you have like some sort of stylus or pen doing it, right?
I do the mock up first, and then I bring that into a program, and it renders it, and then I change it and change it and change it. It's kind of like doing digital art is kind of like doing photography. So I'll take the original SketchUp in, and then I'll pop it in, and then I'll say generate based off this image, and it starts generating these images. And similar to photography, it'll generate. I can request it to generate maybe, 25 to 50 images, and out of those, only a couple will be acceptable.
I see. So you're doing a generative design, and then you
Yeah.
take it after. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. That is super dope. Oops, sorry, the camera just flipped a bit. I love the tactile feel of this too. It's how can I say, glossy, but like still I could see myself writing on here. You know what I mean? There's my OCD that does not want to write on here because like I don't want to muck it up. But then there's the analog part of me that loves to write things down all the time, right? So I'll probably at one point I might do it, but it's just so beautiful. Hold on, Me Dibble is saying, and Me Dibble said something earlier that his brother paid for some of his mortgage by repainting models. Me Dibble says, I put photos of some of my brother's painted models in your Discord. Thank you. He started his painting with Warhammer models. Speaking of that, didn't you do something similar? I think you mentioned something along those. Oh, love the purple. Love the purple and the blue. Nice color choices, and the bits of green. They're all stacked.
Well, yeah, I used to paint when I was a student in Canada. In Toronto, our local game shop, I've had, my own display shelf there. But when I first moved to Japan, I had to get rid of it all. So we had a big yard sale. And there was one mother I worked with, and her son came up and saw the models. And he's like, oh, I got to have those. Can I have those, Mom? Can I have those, Mom? And I'm like, they're $20 a pop, man. And she's like, I've only got $25. I said, take the whole lot.
Oh, wow. How nice of you.
Take the whole lot. So, yeah, the Warhammer community that I'm working with currently, they're like, dude, man, what are you doing? Here, I'll give you a shotgun. Put it to your mouth.
Right. Well, like you did mention that's a nice story. You did mention they sold, right? So after that first batch, did you keep pumping them out? Because I know people get who's the big guy? Squidmar. He's the big
Squidmar
painter, yep. And he'll do something. We went in his nice, what is it, Norwegian or whatever accent, like, we went online on Fiverr to see how many paintings we're going to do, see if we can make enough money, more than working at McDonald's or something like that.
Yeah, and they lost money.
Yeah, it sounds like this. I mean, they're so passionate about what they do, and their quality content is so high. And Pen Name is giving some really good advice. Paolo from Tokyo. Hi guys, today we're gonna look at 20 ways to open up a book. Okay, here we go. And abroad in Japan, right? Good mentors, quality over quantity. I probably don't need more than one vlog a week. Yeah, no, that's good advice. Funny story. I saw Paolo from Tokyo's post he's looking for a videographer / editor for a job listing for his company. I applied, but I got a reply saying we're not looking for your particular skills at this moment. So like, oh, okay. But yeah, could have been his editor, but it's all good. I think it's the way it's supposed to work. So
as far as your question, back to your question,
yeah.
Did I get back into painting? No, I haven't. Not yet.
Right.
Not yet. I got a big box of modeling tools sitting here over on my right.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the primers and paints up on my right top shelf there. I've got some paints, I've got some brushes, I've got some tools, but I don't have enough paints and stuff, and I don't have the space to set up a desk just for painting, because when you're painting, you need that elbow room.
Yeah.
So
did you have a airbrush set up back in the day too?
No, we didn't. The airbrushes weren't invented then.
Oh, damn. It's all hand painted. To be honest,
it was all hand painted and dry brush.
I love that style, to be honest. Like, I think I'm going to have to try airbrush at one point. You were saying STI files at one point, because I was also looking into 3D printers. So it sounds like you have a 3D printer. Is that right?
STL files, yes. I do have a 3D printer. I've got the 3D printer and the wash and cure station, but it's still sitting in the shrink wrap in the box because I can't set it up because there's no elbow room.
I see. I see. I know about the elbow room problem. I probably have more room, but I bought too many miniatures recently, so and too many other. I have huge boxes of shame, as they call it in the community, right? Boxes.
Potential.
Potential
Boxes of boxes of potential.
Boxes of potential. Okay, we're just gonna flip the script there. I like what you did there. Pen name. They don't have many videos. Abroad in Japan is less than 300 with lots of years. It's true. And Nomadic Gaijin is like, hey, I'm going to try his $20 hot sauce this week. I'm glad you're trying it, and Chica isn't, because Chica would own you. Chica is my wife. She's the spice queen. We did a spicy soba challenge, and my face melted off my skull. I tapped out. Luke hugged the toilet for the rest of the evening and maybe the morning. And then Chica wasn't even breaking a sweat and would come up to us and egg us on with like, would you like some ice cream? How about you, J-vlog? Do you like spicy? Can you do spicy?
I love spicy food.
Nice.
In moderation.
In moderation.
In moderation.
Okay. I love this person's weapon. Or this. Is that an original design? I love that.
It's an original design, yes.
It's like an axe.
It's whatever you want it to be.
I love that.
Let your imagination flow as you're flipping through these.
Yeah, no, I love that. And this almost looks like Diablo the game. Uriel's wings, like their angels are usually depicted something like that. Audio saying, I remember the fire slip stream. Wow.
That's one of my favorite images.
This is freaking cool. I don't even know if I can pinpoint one particular thing about it. Is it all of the detail with like this veiny army structure, like army armor? Is it the jewel looking thing with the eyes? Oh, and what's he doing? Is he like doing some sort of funky, misty step or something? That's a D&D reference, by the way. I don't know what's going on. This is amazing. And the wings and there's other stuff going. This is fantastic. I love also how the angle is a bit offset, like the composition, like it's not dead center, it's just a little off. Love everything about this. I'm glad that you like it too. Damn. Ooh. This is cool. I like this shot of depicting the epicness of the battle scene. Nice. Yeah, what's happening up there? Is that another figure? Is that, I can't see too much detail, but that's really cool. Oh no, the chat's going crazy about the hot sauce stuff. And Believe in Yourself, share it out on Twitter and LinkedIn. Thank you, Believe in Yourself. Speaking of sharing things, while we're flipping through this, I'm gonna share some links with, or some info with you guys. If you guys want to check out this book, this is the
Funky Cold Medina.
Funky Cold Medina. Oh yeah. Does this word pairing make any sense to you guys? Airband contest? No? Do you know what that is? That you can look up that ASIN number. This is the ASIN number that will get you to the purchase link on. Is it mainly just on Amazon right now?
It's on Amazon Global.
Amazon Global, which means it'll translate to your local Amazon, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Your whatever local Amazon you're on, is if you're in Germany, it's there. If you're in France, it's there. Most of the EU countries are there. All the English-speaking countries, Canada, USA, Australia, New Zealand, it's there.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
The only countries that we couldn't hit were South America.
Wow, cool. Interesting. I'd like to get your idea on how you set that up at one point. And is this your first book that you've published? Like to sell on Amazon?
Second book.
Second?
It's my second one. The first one was a children's Christian book. It was a coloring book. Yes. It was I got into these coloring books and I wanted to promote them through the private schools and stuff like that so that they would do it. And I got into this one and it was all the archangels and they would color in the archangels, and they would have to spell the name. So it's not only it's hand-eye coordination, so they have to color it in, and then they have to spell it out, and then repeat it, and then make it a little story. And that was a thick book. That took me a year to make.
Wow. And how did that print run go?
It didn't.
Okay. All right.
That was epic fail.
Well,
but it was a very good learning experience.
Yeah. That set you up probably for publishing this book, right? So. Yeah. Sounds great. You know, I ran into actually one of Ninja Monkey's subscribers when we did a physical meetup in Tokyo, and he was saying people are doing photo books about Japan, like cyberpunk Japan and this and that, and selling it on Kickstarter or something like that as photo books. So I got to look into that since I'm into photography. But this is fantastic, and yeah, maybe you want to look into other ways of distributing your book. But I hope this gets traction. And this goes for roughly how much?
I've set the price at about $25 US, so I can make about $5 per book.
Guys, if you guys want to get your hands on this book, check out that ASIN number, get a copy. And how does it distribute? Like, did you already have them already printed out, and Amazon takes care of the distribution, or are you sending it from your place, or is it FBA?
No, Amazon. It's a print on demand. So Amazon, you order it, Amazon prints it.
Cool.
Brandon asks, so all the images were started from generative AI? No, the images are started by a sketch that I do, and the AI does the rest.
I see. Cool.
So it fills in the colors, it fills in the blanks, it pulls it out, and then when I'm looking at the image, then I'll adjust it, I'll twist it, I'll say change this color, and then hit regenerate, and then if I'm not happy with it, then I'll twist it again, regenerate, add some text, regenerate. It's a full day process just to get a couple of these.
Wow. Believe in yourself, $29.99 Canadian. Yep, $20 in British pounds. I see. That is cool. Thank you for sharing your process. Pen name is like, yeah, I read some of the comments. Not recorded, but meticulously scripted. Yo, George, what's up? Dios mío. Welcome to the stream. We're looking at J-vlog's art book, Dark Spirits, an artistic notebook. I love the fact that there's notebook. And this contrast to me is also really interesting. Like, most art books are just the art itself, but the fact that we have spacing here gives me a bit to breathe, and I love the option of...
Back in the clay in the house.
Yo, back in the clay. Ohayo gozaimasu. Welcome. Clay, I sent you some messages and some voice messages, by the way, too. We're looking at J-vlog's art book that you can buy on Amazon, and if you want to check out J-vlog's other socials, bam, here are the links to that. He's on Rumble as well as YouTube, and yeah, just find him out on the J-vlog. Actually,
I forgot to give you the YouTube link, but that's okay. They already know where I am.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody knows.
I'll put you in the description as well. So. Ooh, this is cool. So when you're doing generative AI, are you putting in things like colors, or you're letting it figure? Do you give it prompts for the colors, or just you just give it a mood or something?
Well, okay. If anybody knows anything about programming, okay, I start off with the structural variables first. So I'm setting the tone, and I'm setting the scene, and I'm setting what I kind of want it to look like. Okay. Then at the end, the tail end, I set the variables, which are the colors and the angles of the shots and stuff like that. Cool. So let's take this image for example. So the tail end variables would be, I could put neon pink, and then if I don't like neon pink, then I'll take neon pink out, then I'll put neon purple. And if I don't like that, and I want a shot from above, or a shot from below, or a shot from the left, or face on. Those are the ones that you're constantly changing. But the header keywords those are the ones you don't change. So you're just backspacing and changing the tail ends.
I see. That's cool. And does all a lot of the heavy lifting when it comes to that. But you're putting in the base work. You're putting in the structure.
Yeah.
Like you said.
Yeah. It needs an image to go off of. So I have to provide that image, which is usually what I sketch out.
When did you start getting into drawing and sketching? Is this like from when you were in school, or?
Oh yeah, elementary school. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you've been drawing for a long time. Is that what you wanted to be at one point, an artist?
No, I wanted to be a writer.
Well, it's a different type of artist, right? You're painting with words. So let's just say bye to me Dibble. Me Dibble, hope you got a better sleep tonight. All right, thanks for dropping by.
Okay, me Dibble, take care, man.
Yeah. Believe in Self says, I've been engaging with a few streaming programmers. One of many tangents I find myself. Streaming programmers. Those programmers who do live streams. Interesting. Pen name. Since kindergarten. Wow. Can't stay. Mod signal is on. No worries, George. Thank you for dropping by. Ooh, again, I really like the contrast here. So I don't have an artistic background. When I tried to do art in elementary school, my art teacher struck me down with one like geometric thing. He's like, this is garbage or something. I'm like, oh, scarred for life. But I've always like appreciated art, and I teach an artist English, and she sometimes does online lessons in New York where I have to basically be her personal translator because her English is good but not that good. And so I'm learning all the art that she's learning. So I'm talking about composition, cool colors, complementary colors, and all of this stuff. But I love how we go from cool to warm back into a bit of a cool and different types of saturation here.
Well, art is very subjective. It really is in the eye of the beholder.
Wow.
A funny Daniel Yuka in the house.
Yo, Daniel Yuka, what's up? A lot of this art gives me Joe Deaver. I'm not Lone Wolf vibes. Oh, Lone Wolf. We're talking about comics now. Is that an artist in the comic space?
But funny story, when I was taking art classes, I was in a rush to finish the final project. So I literally copied a professional artist's, image, turned it in as my assignment, and I got a C+ on it. And I'm sitting there going, what the hell? Woman, how could you possibly give me a C+ on a professional artist's, world famous professional artist's image, and you give me a C+? And she says, the colors aren't right.
Oh my god.
That's how subjective art is.
Yeah, no, it is true. A lot of stuff I hear in her lessons, I'm just like, well, that is one person's opinion, right? Even art teachers, right? I'm sure they have lots of experience in fundamentals of that, but sometimes I'm looking at like modern, like, what do you call it, abstract art, and I'm just like, really, I mean, for artists it's cool, but like from a layman's point, I don't know. Art is art, like you said, it's subjective. Luke's got to go, grabbing lunch. Have a great rest of the stream. Thanks for dropping by, dude. Nice seeing Lito a bunch back. Hey, nice seeing you here too. Thank you. Hopefully we'll make this more of a thing. Logan's Run. Yo, Heil, just passing through on my break at work. Nice book. Logan's Run. Nice to see you. Logan's Run. I got some One Piece stuff coming up for you, just for you and all the other One Piece people. Robert Brooker. In high school, oil pastels were my favorite to work with. Nice. I can see that. I can see me doing oil pastels too. Brandon's asking, I'd love to see the early manual sketches of these images. Do you think that's a possibility at some point, maybe on your channel?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
All right.
Work product. Nope.
Okay. Sorry.
It's simply because the program I'm working with is a paid program, and the sketches I have to set aside, and like the unused images that I generate, I can give out freely, but the actual sketches themselves, no, that's work product. I cannot afford anybody to take a screenshot.
I see. Cool. Yeah, no, that's protecting your work for sure. Okay, well, thanks for asking. Wow, this armor. I think this is look at like when you look at the miniatures. What sets I think, you know, Warhammer. What I love is at this scale. Look, this thing's tiny. Like here we got like a Baby Yoda over here to give you scale. These things are tiny, but the amazing detail of the sculpt is like you can do that, and the fact that your art is also covering that. It's nice, so nice. It's so nice. I see a lot of layering, like with like giving you a sense of depth. Love it. Very epic, almost like movie poster, you know, back in the day, 80s movie poster type of setting. Wow. Interesting. So question here, like these guys at the bottom, again, inspired by science fiction and Warhammer, are any of these actual like refer like they're actual like factions and stuff in Warhammer, or are they just your interpretation of things? Or
there's no specific factions. It's kind of what you see is, you know, what you interpret it to be. The like for example, this image, you can clearly see that something is coming your way, and it's malevolent.
Nice. Yeah, it's bad news. Something wicked this way come. Whoa. Wow, this to me almost looks Gundam-ish. Just the posing. Eldar, if I get the name right. That helmet is cool. Ooh, and we got some, what do you call it? Insect squiddy looking type of stuff. That is super cool. And the cape. The cape. Ooh, nice. Oh, okay, so that's a blade. I thought that was something else. Sticking down there. Okay.
But take a look at that image again.
Okay.
Where's the champion?
Here? Is it not?
No, the champion's in the bottom center.
Here.
Yeah. The influences of the champ, the people behind him are the ones that are influencing him.
Oh, interesting. I see. So he's what do you call it?
Yeah, the dark spirits.
Like, he's calling upon those dark spirits to influence him. I get it. Very cool. Very cool. Malevolence. In my case, the malevolence is currently wrapped around my head, not letting it in though. Wow. Dark spirits there. Back in the clay later in college, I took up straight lines, interior design, got into rendering with chart pack. Art makers in my work was showcased in the art department case. Amazing for no talent art guy. Nice. This is super cool. I wish I could make art like this, but maybe with generative design. I actually used generative design with Adobe's feature for a thumbnail. I thought it looked pretty good. This was for the hide and go seek did stuff we did with Ninja Monkey and Luke in Ginza, and the thumbnail did very bad. People didn't click on it as usual, as like with the usual thumbnails. Oh, this is cool again. I see. Okay, so now I'm getting it. So this person's like, what's the word I'm trying to, calling upon the spirits, the dark spirits behind them. Maybe this is not a literal people in the back. Is that what you're saying? Maybe.
Well, those are the influences.
Right.
The dark spirits that are influencing the champions or whatever event happens to be happening.
Yeah.
Pen name. I use stick figures. I use generative AI. IA.
Right. Generative IA. Is that a typo or on purpose? Brandon's saying, I watched some of the Warhammer trailer videos because they were cool, but I didn't know about the lore. They sometimes fought aliens, humans, or orcs. What were they all about? You would know better than I. I don't really know the lore that much. I think the lore goes so deep. What do you think, J-vlog? Can you help out Brandon?
Okay, well, typically speaking, there's the way the lore goes is we're human, and this is the empire of man. And as we expand across the galaxy, we're meeting these other, I guess, races. I wouldn't say race, but you're going to meet the space elves, the Eldar. You're going to meet the orcs. You're going to meet the Tau, the robots. You're going to meet the Tyranids, the space bugs, and stuff like that. And each of these other factions, they're also trying to expand, but the Empire of Man is right now at its strongest. And this is where all this conflict comes in, because as the Empire of Man continues to expand, they're in constant conflict with all these other, the orcs, the elves, and stuff like that. And they're also in conflict with themselves. So that's where in the grim, dark future comes from, and that's where it's never-ending war, because we're not only fighting ourselves, we've got to fight everybody else. And then, because of this never-ending war and all this bloodshed, opens up the void portals where the chaos demons come in.
Nicely said. Nicely said. I know the Empire. Is it called the Empire of Man? What's it called?
Yeah, the Empire of Man. Yeah.
What do you call it? I always think, like, how do they generate so many guys? and then I watch some videos, and it's like, are they clones, or they're manufactured or something? And are the Battle Sisters the one that birthed them? I think they're manufactured or something like that. Is that right?
No, they're clones. They're
Clones.
Yeah, they're grown up in vats.
Oh, okay. And that's why there's so many. Even though there's so much bloodshed, they just keep coming and coming and generating. Wow, this one's fantastic. Oh, wow. Just love all the lines and the colors, and wow, look at that weapon. I wouldn't want to get hit by that. Or whatever else they're holding in their hand. Wow, this is amazing. I love it. Steve Campbell, hey, welcome. The videos that Lito puts out are all over the place. That is true. Right now I'm very much all over the place. I'm trying to give me 6 months to a year, maybe I'll find my niche. Finally, but I'm okay with being all over the place. I just want to, I think, well, what's your advice? I mean, my thing right now, because like I think I have ADHD, like really bad ADHD, so maybe that reflects upon all the things I do. But at the same time, my mind is always on fire, like it's like fireworks. So and there's so many interests I have. I think maybe with experience and time, and just the goal of putting stuff out and maybe getting a little bit better with each video, then maybe we'll find a niche. I don't know. What's your take on that, J-vlog? I mean, it sounds like you have way more clarity than I do.
Playlists.
Okay.
So if you're going to do, if you want to do a hiking video, make a hiking playlist. Explore outdoors type thing. Make that, slap that into that playlist, so the people who want to watch that style of video, they can hit that playlist. If you want to do photography tips, bang, make that playlist so that they can flip through those videos.
I see. Playlist, cool. So you can see them. That makes sense. Pen name says, slow it down, no more than one video a week, quality over quantity. All right, sounds like sound advice. And audio is dropping the JP's Instagram. Nice. Now, J-vlog, I'm subscribed to you. I've got all the bell notifications. I never get notified of your live streams for some reason. And gosh, Siri just got triggered again.
I don't know why. That's a YouTube thing. Like, I get my notification when I set my notifications on. I don't get notified on the PC or on the computer. It pops up on my phone. I get a ping on my phone saying, "Hey, he's live now."
Right.
And then that's when I go. And that the Discord notifications, they're a godsend. So much better than YouTube.
Okay, cool. I think I'm on your Discord, am I not? Okay, I need to
you are.
Get with that. Yeah. Then again, I've been trying to figure out my Discord notifications, because I have some servers that I'm onto, and they have way too many notifications. So I tried muting those, and now nothing comes through on my end. So I gotta figure that out. Maybe have Peso help me out with that. These are fantastic. I'm starting to get the, what do you call it? The pattern of where the champion is and what they're calling upon the dark spirits. That's super cool. The layering and oh, dude,
I knew that one was gonna hit you.
dude, this is like a movie poster. This is amazing. Well done. Oh my god, look at all the colors. Gosh, this is beautiful. And that reminds me a bit more Tao-ish. These guys are a bit more like
it's kind of a Gundam Warhammer fusion.
Yeah. I like it. By the way, do you play Warhammer or do you not play Warhammer?
I used to play, but I don't play anymore.
Which factions were you which armies did you build?
Eldar and Chaos Knights.
Nice. Guys, if you don't know about Warhammer, maybe you want to get into it after this. We're talking about the different factions. Eldar are the space elves?
Yep, right? That's right.
But they have these cool armor that almost made me think they were robots at first. But then we have Tau, which is basically your Gundam in Warhammer, yep. Right? I was drawn to those initially. And then, of course, you have like your humanoid guys, your space marines and this and that. I love
that space marine that you just showed.
Oh,
the green one. Yep. Yeah. I was just going to say that's one of the salamanders. Yeah.
Yeah. No, Dante loves the salamanders. He told me about their backstory because they came from dragons or something like that. They're spliced with dragons, and one of the characters, one of the main named heroes, is called Dante as well, or something like that. Was it Vulcan? Does Vulcan? You mentioned that name too. Vulcan, is that a big character in that?
I'm not into the salamanders, so I don't know their lore.
I see. Oh wow, this is super cool too. Almost like a Warhammer Cyberpunk. Wow, look at that gunner. How do you see through that helmet? What is that? Is like a dragon coming in through a portal in the back. So again, see, now you're seeing where I'm going, reacting to this with like, wow, look at that. People in the chat, let me know if this is like hitting on your creative juices. Wow, this is super cool too. Are those both arms? Is that a leg? Okay, is he like doing a sumo midair kind of stretch? What's going on there? That is dope. Brandon's saying, I love the Space Marines trailer. I even sometimes watch the gameplay but never played. Yeah, there's the games as well. You know, Warhammer is huge. They merged galaxies, sci-fi with demonic arrival from another world, some kind of supernatural portal. Sounds like Warcraft meets Star Trek. I think what I researched about Warhammer is like they've taken every science fiction and maybe trope that you can see and kind of put it into their franchise, right? In a way, because you have like the Terminators, right? What are they called again? The Necrons, right? They're basically like Terminators.
Well, the Necrons, yeah, they're its own faction, yeah, similar to what you would think of the Terminator T.
Yeah, they look like Terminators
or whatever,
right?
Yeah,
kind of thing. Yeah, no, they put their own spin on things, but this has been done in other properties too. Like One Piece bases a lot of his characters on real life celebrities, right? Like there's a guy that looks straight up like Michael Jackson. There's a guy that looks like Slash. There's a guy that looks like Jamiroquai. You know, I'm just toting some musician stuff. We're getting near the end, but these are fantastic. Oh,
and I love the quality of the book, like the pages, the feel of the pages.
Yeah. Like I said again, it's like glossy, but not. This is important for me because like I love writing in books. So if I'm gonna write on something, I want it to be readable. You know, in a magazine, if you write on that type of glossy paper, like it doesn't feel right and maybe the ink doesn't set. I feel like this is different. Is this gonna be? Is that not? That's not on purpose.
That's right. That's one of the mistakes. It's a first draft.
Okay. Cool. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, those have all been corrected.
I see. So you made a rough draft. You got it sent to you, and then you made your.
Then I do exactly what you do. I flip through it, go through it and make sure that you know, everything's ready pre-publication.
Nice. Book 1, Dark Spirits. JP studied English literature at the University of Toronto. Since an early age, he has been attracted to tabletop games and the artwork contained within those tomes. As an avid viewer of science fiction and horror movies, this, combined with tabletop lore, has inspired these images. For additional support, hit him up on Ko-fi. I don't know how you pronounce it.
Coffee.
Japanese kohi.
Now, see the picture at the top? In the top corner? I mentioned there was a funny story there.
Tell us.
When I showed the book to the students at school, and the teacher saw that she was really, really interested. She wants to publish her own books as well. And she saw that picture, and she goes, "Oh my God, is that you? Is that you?" And I sarcastically said, "No, that's my mother." She says, "Really? That's your mother?" Japanese, like English humor and Japanese humor do not match. I said,
no.
She goes, "Really? That's your mother?" No, that can't be your mother. Oh my gosh.
That's hilarious. Yes. Okay. This is the J-vlog's mom. That's crazy. It's a good photo though. Yeah. In the depths of the far distant future. Funny. This is actually taking. Oh no, this is similar to what the Warhammer, like.
Yeah, it's very similar. Yeah.
I used that line. I used that bit of copy for a voice demo I did last year. In the depths of our far distant future, where there is only unrelenting war, we invite you to experience the ominous touch of the dark spirits that relentlessly taint. I can't even read. Taint our very corporal realm. It's a hard font, people. This is so gothic, so Castlevania. All right, we got through book 1. Is this different? Let's open.
This is very different. This was actually an accidental book.
An accidental book? This looks very alien-esque here.
Yes. So I was working with some images, and when I did the mock-up sketch, and I said, take this image and generate something from it, it generated an image, and I went, it was one of those holy shit moments.
Oh, wow.
And
cool.
I said, I can't stop. If I break the flow, I'm going to lose track of where I am.
Right.
And I just ran with it for an entire week. I didn't shut off the PC. I didn't shut off anything. I just kept going for an entire week. And this book is the result of that.
Cool. I'm excited to check that out. We have another discussion going on. Steve, a nice suggestion, maybe separate channels for each topic. I've thought of starting a separate channel, but every person that does YouTube and is successful has said, if you split your focus, you're not gonna get as many points in. So yeah, I have to agree with Back in the Clay saying you have to start from 0, and also you're kind of splitting your audience as well. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that at this point. Maybe when I get enough traction and I have one successful channel that I can work on another one, but I'm just trying to get my feet off the ground. Maybe the J-vlog YouTube account is new. That's why people need to resubscribe. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I'll look into it. I have subscribed though. All right. The J-vlog. This is inspiring. I'm familiar with prompt to image generative, but I've never tried starting from sketches. I'd like to give it a shot. There you go. You're inspiring people. Wow, cool. This looks very what is it? J.R. Geiger? Is that the person who does the
HR Geiger?
HR Geiger. That's it.
Yeah. Yep, his name was in the prompt.
Oh.
I adjusted the prompt.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, and that's the same as you had in the other book?
Yeah.
Very
the
cool.
intro is always the beginning. Or always the same, yeah.
Ooh. I love this art style. Yeah.
Akasan's in the house.
Yo, Akasan, what's up? We have the same mouse, but mine is black. Yes, mine is gray because it's actually built for Macs. This is a Mac specific one. Nice, dude. How you doing, Akasan? Always a pleasure. Kyoto doing well. Nice. Let's say hello. I love the scroll wheel of forever.
Hello,
yes.
Ravisha.
Ravisha in the house. What's up, Ravisha? Guys, we're checking out J-vlog's books. Now, question, I know this one's on sale and we put the links up. Is this one on sale?
It is. It is.
So can you do me a favor and give me some info so people, or can you drop it in the link in the chat yourself? While I'm flipping through this, that'd be great.
Let me get the ASIN.
Yeah. Oh, I'm loving these. This looks almost like I could see these as like a little bit of Magic the Gathering art for like black magic, black mana. Phyrexia. It's very Phyrexia meets alien vibe. If you guys know any Magic the Gathering.
Okay, so I dropped it in the chat, and I'm going to drop it in our personal chat here. There we go.
Hey, Aksan, you are familiar with Warhammer. All your friends go to the Tokyo store. That's right. I was shouting out Dante, saying that he got me into Warhammer. And then I figured out, like, you know, J-vlog was into it. You're giving me some help, you know, understanding Warhammer. And I didn't know, are you into Warhammer, Aksan, or you just know a lot about the lore? It's pretty... This is cool in an urban setting. Damn. I love that. Again, with the color choice is fantastic. I love your... It's like gray tones with a bit of two other colors that really have the gray pop. Because we have, you know, that it's that neutral gray that allows these other colors to be on fire, is what my teacher would always say. Oh, damn! Oh! I love this in the forest. That almost looks like a Japanese type of stone lantern too, almost. Interesting. Have you ever thought of putting a little Japanese influence in your artwork? I mean, I know it's like totally not.
No, it's too cliche.
Yeah, too cliche. I'm sure people would like it though. Akasan, just Henry Cavill's connections. Right, Henry Cavill's a big geek, isn't he?
Yep.
Otaku. Nice. This is cool too. This has got a very alien vibe taking over. Wow. Ooh, what? Coming out of the tunnel? Damn. How could like such a massive thing writhe its way through that tunnel? It's probably like worm mechanics. Akasan saying, I'm just here for a minute, Lito, meeting with Metaverse at 12 p.m. So I'll check again soon. Good luck with the work and congrats. Later stream. Later, Akasan. Have a good meeting with Metaverse, dude. Good luck with that. Nice. Thank you.
Take care, guys. Take care, Akasan.
Links. Hey, this is cool. Is that an alien or is that just a structure? It looks.
That's a structure.
Okay. Looks like
that image was, I got that, what was it? Chronicles of Riddick?
Mm-hmm.
Where they would drop, where they would come in from space, they would drop the spire would open up and they would invade the planet.
Ah, that's where you got that idea from?
Yeah.
That is cool. Chronicles of Riddick, that was a cool movie. Dark, but like, I enjoyed it, yeah. I mean, like, actually, like, tone-wise, not tone-wise, what it called, visual-wise, it was dark. It was like a lot of it was in the shadows, right? Which is cool.
Yeah.
I like.
Revi's just saying Lord of the Rings. Yes, there's Lord of the Rings influence as well.
Lord of the Rings vibes, nice. You know, when I see who's the guy who does Justice League, and he did the new Rebel Moon. Jack Snyder, when he does, and he did like Man of Steel too, right? When he goes dark, it's like almost too dark for me. I can't make out that much detail, but Chronicles of Riddick was really good. Wow, this looks fantastic. This almost looks Predator-like to me, which I like. In a post-dystopian world. Wow. Very cool. I love that lived-in feel. Oh. Dude, where's my arm? Dude, where's my arms? What?
That was one of the funny comments that the wife made, because there's an alien in there. And she said, but he's got no legs. And I'm sitting there, it's war. People get limbs shot off.
Right. Yeah, this is... Oh, yeah. makes sense. Or maybe he's like regrowing stuff because it looks like he got hurt there. Chronicles of Riddick. My most watched movie. Really Believe in Yourself. Damn. Oh, this is super cool. What's that line in the top? What's going on there? Is that like something shooting from the sky? It's very interesting. I like how his feet are almost like tree roots coming out. I love it. Ooh. Damn, that face. I can't even, I can try to show people more. I can't even put a handle on it. Is that like Tengu-esque? Is it like some sort of no mask meets
It's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, and he's got the little T-Rex arms. Look at the T-Rex arms. Oh, damn. That thing's massive. Is that a gun? What is what is going on there? Is that the SDF from Macross? What's going on? Love the background, Ravish is saying. That's cool. Ooh. For some reason, that shape and the lighting reminds me of what was it? The Terminator. Was it T2? The guy who can like morph his body into different shapes. Kind of looks like that. This is amazing. Okay, this reminds me of Monster Hunter. When the monsters are doing
I just gotta go grab some ice.
Yeah, cool. Take your time. Oh, wow. Oh, this is another rendition of it. Okay, so this one's like more smooth, whereas this looks more painterly. Guys, which one do you like? Do you like the smooth version or the more painterly version? I think they are two different iterations of a sketch. I'm kind of torn. Is this like the before and after, perhaps?
No, it's actually the same original image, and it was two different generations of the same image, and I couldn't decide which one I wanted to keep, so I kept them both.
I like that. I like that idea. Yeah, I can tell they're from the same image. And I said saying this is more smooth, and this looks a little bit more painterly with brushstrokes and stuff. But they look.
Ravish is saying he likes the first one.
The first one, which is this one. Cool. Why do you like that one, Ravisha? More detail? Does it look more painterly? This looks more, in a way, kind of like photoshopped or like digital. This feels more analog to me. Nice. And does this book go for the same price as well, by the way?
Yeah, they're all the same price.
Nice. Oh, this looks very Zerg-ish. If you don't know what Zerg is, it's like the Tyranids in Warhammer. It's StarCraft reference, the Zerg, which was basically kind of also touched upon in Starship Troopers. Is that Starship Troopers? That's it.
Starship Troopers. Yep.
Starship Troopers, right? With the bugs. They call them the bugs. Alien is clear more than into. Oh, okay. More than the second one. I get it. This is cool too. This almost feels like a face-off between these two titans, these two giants. Ooh, I just love the scale you went for these things. You know, some of these things are massive when you're looking at like all the little structures. I love that. Yeah. Oh, cool. Speaking of scale, holy snap! This looks like something out of Dune, to me. Like I could see that as like the House Harkonnen. Nice. By the way, speaking of Dune, do you like the original movies or the new movies?
I like the new ones.
Interesting.
The new one, I can't wait for part 2 to come out.
Yeah, part 2 looks amazing.
Like the storyline and that in the original ones. Oh, okay, yeah, of course it's good. I've read the books. Yeah, of course it's good. But filmography and the acting and stuff like that, it wasn't that good. I didn't think it was as good as the new ones with the advance of CGI and stuff like that. The new ones are leaps and bounds much better than the older ones.
Yeah, I think the older one was like, it's epic, but it's got a lot of weird stuff going on, right? I like how it's an introduction to the world, but yeah, I think on a technical aspect, was it Villeneuve's vision and his epicness? Like if we're talking about science fiction and the way that you're portraying this, I love some of his shots that just show barren desert and like, you know, maybe a ship and a character, you know, showing that sense of epicness and scale. It's hard to see that a lot now. I'm too young. I only knew of the new Dune. That's okay, Brandon. We won't pull it against you. It would be interesting to see, like, you know, youngsters react to old Dune. Youngsters react to Sting without a shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what was his name? Kyle MacLachlan. He was huge, right? That launched his career. Wow, I love this.
Back in the clay. He grew up with the OG Star Wars. Yeah, go back and watch those now. Go back and watch them now. It's, you know, the acting is pretty good, but you know the CGI and they're shooting the stormtroopers and the fake jumping out. Oh, it looks so cheese.
It's cheese, but it's what you grew up on. It's nostalgia. Wow, this guy's got a bit of character, tentacles and the mandibles and everything. His eyes. Wow. Then he's got like some smooth armor on him, like really cool. I'm really liking some of these designs. Wow, this is fantastic. Almost Venom looking, right? In the
Spider-Man Venom. Yeah.
Yeah. Against all the Marines, then you got like these towering hunks behind them. That is super cool. Yeah.
Now you notice really as the book is progressing, it's getting more and more violent. First, it was kind of them walking around, you know, the cities. There's not much happening, but this is genocide. These are the aliens taking over a planet that we've inhabited.
Right. Oh, pet name saying true Canadian ice in winter. What? I'm not sure what that's referring to, but Olam drives in the house. Olam, welcome. Dune is a character. I think Dune is a movie, isn't it? Or technically like a planet.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the Dune movies, Ravisha, you should try to check them out. They're epic.
Yeah, it's not. Dune is a reference to the desert planet, Arrakis.
Arrakis, where the spice flows. This is cool too. Dude, is that his knee? Dude, where's my knee? Dude, ever heard of like Nivea? Come on, look at that chafing. Oh, this is cool. This is if like Aliens and Gundam had a love child. You know, like that movable Gundam in Yokohama or something. It's like looks like his bay where he gets constructed. Again, this is just what I'm taking from this. Interesting choice too. Like the white background. That's interesting. Just like cutting it out. It's cool. That guy looks very Taoish to me. What is going on there? Damn, look at this. These guys lurking overhead. These beetle-looking characters. Wow. Oh. What? Wait a minute. What? Did this guy just turn into an alien? What's going on with his arms? Wow, so much going on there. Or is that just what his arms are? I don't know. Interesting. Is this your book meets Lion King? It's Zimba with an X. Seriously, what's going on there? That's interesting. Or did he? At first I was like, oh, he's killing the whatever alien, and then I'm like, oh, that's so Lion King. That's so Lion King. Lito, what's this we're looking at? We are looking at J-vlog's books that he's published. Number 1, Dark Spirits, and number 2, Xenocide Begins. And he made these and published them on Amazon. You can check them out. They have the ASN numbers in the let me just drop all of his links one more time so you can check it out, and you can purchase these on Amazon. He was so kind to give me these as like Christmas presents. Oh, that's pretty cool too. And yeah, it, like he said, it invokes your imagination, which it's definitely doing. Wow. Yeah, this guy's got to go see a dentist after that one. Like, look at that. The top row. Yeah. He's got to get some crowns. Heard of root canals? Damn. Oh, what's going on here? Yeah, and I love the idea of interpretation, because, like, at first I'm like, what is that? Oh, wait, is that a shield? Oh, no, that's his arm, or, like, what's going on here? I like how there isn't, like, a straight answer, and it allows me to interpret. I feel, honestly, weirdly enough, like, these, I was coming in with, like, a more of a 40K kind of mindset, but this, with all the aliens and stuff, I'm actually reacting to it more imaginatively. I don't know, for some reason, this is really firing on all of my imagination buttons here. Wow. See, this is what happens when you use the cheap tissue for springtime here in Japan. Got to get the stuff with lotion. Okay. That's what my nose feels like. Is that his hand or his head? Or is that another guy? Oh, that's another guy. I don't know. This is amazing. Thanks, Pravisha. Thanks for dropping his YouTube as well. This is cool. This almost feels like a Space Marine baby from Ridley's stomach or something, because like with the armor and whatnot.
Kind of like a Chaos Marine, yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who's been tainted.
Yeah, been tainted. There you go. Ooh. Love the lighting on this one. The blood and the lighting. The OSL. I forgot what that means. Something. Object Source Lighting.
Yep.
In painting.
You got it. Object Source Lighting. Yep.
Object Source Lighting. See, I'm trying to do it. Oh yeah,
that's the one. That's the one the wife commented on. He's lost his leg.
It's like, no, he's just really good at yoga. He doesn't need the other leg. Yeah. Oh snap. Yeah, your aliens really need to get a good dentist. Like, no, this is amazing. Well, I love that headpiece too. Yeah, some really fantastic work here. You know, Brandon was right. Like I would love to see. I mean, it's not possible, but I would love to see like where this came from, where the inspiration came from, and to see your work there. But I trust that it's amazing. Wow, this kind of looks like Predator-esque alien. And
well, that with this image, this is one of the things that kind of confused the group when we were generating these, when we were doing the mock-ups and generating these. Mm-hmm. I'm sitting there going, okay, so we got a Space Marine down there.
Yeah.
He's in combat. Mm-hmm. But we got an alien. Is he fighting with the aliens, or does he not realize there's an alien creeping up on him?
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, is this guy, trying to sneak up on him? Is he like, I choose you, Predator-achu? Like, is he fighting with him? I don't know. Yo, Daniel DK coming back. Believe in Yourself is saying, I used to go deep into sci-fi reading. Ian M. Banks, the Culture series, the Mars trilogy. Is the Mars? Oh,
Mars trilogy was great.
That's with that would turn into a movie, right? The Martian? Is that what he's talking about? The Mars trilogy? No, something else. Kim Stanley Robinson, robot novels, Foundation series. Yeah, I got into Foundation because of the TV show. Actually, I used to read a little bit of short stories by Isaac Asimov. I was really into Ray Bradbury, and Ray Bradbury supposedly had a summer house near Vancouver, somewhere in northern BC. My English teacher would go and spend time with him in the summer. Isn't that crazy?
Okay, Brandon's got an excellent question here. I heard earlier that Amazon did print on demand for the book. How long did it take? And aside from shipping, once the book has been released, it's available. It's available. But creating the book itself is less of a pain in the ass than dealing with Amazon. I'll give you an example here.
Okay.
Hang on. Not this one. This one. Okay.
Oh, this is fantastic.
So with this book here, this is due to be released.
Let me put you on solo. Go ahead, keep going. I'm just putting you on.
Yeah.
Solo.
So this one's due to be released. So I got, you can see here the not for resale. This is my draft copy of it, and you can see here like it's cut off. I got to shrink it in, and then Amazon turns around and tells me that the text on the spine has to be adjusted. So I make the adjustments. I send it back to Amazon. I have to wait 10 to 13 days, and then they'll send it back to me and say, okay, your adjustments have been made. Please take another look and approve it. And once it's been approved, then it takes another 10 to 13 days once it's available for publication. So each time I make a small revision, if let's say there's a typo, right? I just correct, instead of an E, I put an A, and I correct that. 13 days, wait.
Wow. And that's 13 business days, right?
Yeah, 13 business days.
Wow.
So once it's out, it's out. You can, the shipping times don't matter because it's Amazon Global. So you can pick it up in Canada, you can pick it up in USA, UK, most of Europe, Asia. But it's a matter of getting over those hurdles dealing with Amazon.
Okay, I understand. Interesting. Wow, but that sucks. It takes a long time. Ravisha, thank you for letting me know that my voice is low. I'm trying to get as close to the mic. Let me see if I get a wee bit closer. Here we go. Check. Without getting into the frame so much. Okay, well, it's kind of in frame, but hey, maybe you can hear me now. Yeah, I think J-vlog's coming in. J-vlog, you're not using the headset mic. You have another mic on your desk or something?
Yeah, I've got a Yeti on the desktop.
Nice. Cool. All right. Let's see. Oh, speaking of Yetis, had a friend who was working at Blue, who makes those mics, and he had a custom made or like a special edition World of Warcraft Blue Yeti. It was pretty sweet. Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty dope. We're getting through the last few pages. I like this guy. This guy's totally mastered. He's a yogi. He's levitating. Like he does no legs required. That's super dope. I love that fact he's just floating there. Ooh, I don't know. There's something like that line, like this whatever energy puking waterfall thingy. I love that. That in contrast with all of the other stuff, like texturally and compositionally, I love this one. I don't know why. Oh, okay. This guy's doing. This is the what do you call it? The fame. Footloose. This person's dancing. Like this person's like doing leg day.
He's doing the moonwalk.
He's doing the moonwalk. That's right. It's like doon doon boom doon. That's actually super cool. And is that their other leg? Their leg got turned into like. Oh, is he standing on something? Is he doing? He's like an alien ninja. He's doing like some Naruto. Oh, this is super cool too. Can't see. Is that his other leg or is that it? I don't know.
Brandon, Amazon literally is print on demand.
This dude is fantastic. I have to say, this one looks like box art. You know how sometimes Warhammer comes with art on the boxes? I mean, not sometimes. It always does. This could be like full-on box art. Like, this is fantastic. That is great, dude. Ooh. Damn. Okay. Someone blasted right through his leg, right? What? Okay. And then the ending is the same as well. So
yeah, it's got the same bio and stuff like that. Okay. In the later editions that I'm putting out, I'm putting more links in. I put links if you're enjoying this, at the halfway point, and then I put the links in at the end as well.
That is fantastic, dude. I really, really, really enjoyed this. Thank you so much for sending these to me. These are inspirational. I'm gonna like want to put this in the background or somewhere if I do a live stream where I'm painting miniatures and stuff. I want to have this as like inspiration. So thank you so much for sending me these. I really.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, these are cool, guys. Guys, also consider getting your own copy and supporting our local J-vlog over there in Sasebo. We're here to come together as a community. And thank you for all the people from J-vlog's community coming over and checking out the channel. That helps me out as well. This is fantastic. Let's go to one more topic here, which is the last thing I wanted to talk about, is turning your passions into profit. Like, is this a passion project for you? Are you trying to make lots of money, or is this just something on the side or something you're doing? Like, I'm thinking too, can I turn painting miniatures and making money off it? Can I flip, which I know a lot of people do, like cute girly plastic figures and sell them on eBay and flip them, because I'm just into that stuff myself. What's your thoughts on all of this, J-vlog? Let me put us to the main screen again.
Okay, as mentioned previously,
yeah,
the key word there is passion.
mm-hmm.
So you may enjoy what you're doing. I certainly do.
Mm-hmm.
I certainly enjoy creating content, making videos, but for me personally, there's no longevity in that.
I see.
Whereas when I make a book, there's longevity. This is it. This is going to be on the shelf for as long as the physical product is in existence.
Right.
So now, as far as passion projects go, this project of mine is a passion of mine, but it might not be a passion of yours. You might be, oh yeah, that's kind of cool, but hey, not interested. So it's a matter of connecting with the right people. And once you make that connection, like I've got the wargaming group who's very supportive on one side, and then I've got the publishing group who on the other side is sitting there going, yeah, but you should do this, and you should do that, and you should do this, and you should do that, and I don't like this, and I don't like that, and I don't understand what this means. And I'm sitting there going, you're not supposed to understand.
Right. You got to be okay with that, right?
So, it's when you're looking for your passion and you want to turn it into from something that you enjoy doing to something that is going to create a lifestyle for you. You gotta get ready. Get that iron out, because there's going to be so many wrinkles.
Right.
Get ready for that. You gotta you crease one wrinkle and it's nice and smooth. Okay, I've got this down. Oh, boom, there's another wrinkle. You can smooth that out, and that's where experience, practice comes in. Knowing your target market. That goes with YouTube as well. Well, who's your audience and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
And connecting with those people. So, as we were talking about sumo earlier. So, yeah, I'm connecting with, sumo enthusiasts. So, that's where it's a separate channel. It's a separate platform, but we're making that connection. So, when you take your passion and turn it into profit, it's not going to be profitable right away because you don't have the audience. You're just starting out. And that's where marketing comes into play.
Yeah.
So let's say I'm Lito. He's a fantastic photographer. He can take these amazing pictures and they look fantastic. Oh, wow. Super amazing. But where's the audience? That's where the marketing comes into play. And that's that literally is a separate university degree that you have to take.
Yeah, no, it's so true.
And
The marketing's huge.
right, getting your name out there, it's no easy feat, you know.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That's really good advice. I mean, I'm starting to get some clients now with photography. The tour guide work is getting better with word of mouth, but it's the same. It's like you're starting from scratch kind of thing, or you got to get your eyeballs on you or word out there and stuff. I think with some of those things, like for example photography, it was a hobby that of mine I did for like 10 years, and now it's to the point where I feel confident enough to start charging for it.
Oh, I think my camera froze.
Oh yeah.
Hang on one sec here.
Sure, you can try to refresh that, but yeah, your audio is still going, so yeah, just let me know when you can get back in, but or you can try exiting and well, yeah, J-vlog's just gonna look at his camera. But yeah, just let you guys know, I've turned things that I like, for example, snowboarding, and hey,
Yeah,
welcome
just
back,
had to
your camera's
refresh.
up. Yeah, no worries. I was just gonna say another thing I've done is like I've taken my passion for snowboarding, gotten to a point where I had to get certification, and now I can teach snowboarding. That's a skill you can do, and it came from a passion. Photography as well, and now I'm thinking, yeah, these miniatures and painting. Like I'm not at that point yet where like I can put stuff on a shelf and have a kid walk in and like, Mama, I want that. But I'm hoping someday like that 2D art. I'm surprised when you can get a 500 yen figure or like a 1500 yen figure and flip it for like $400 US or $300 US. I'm just like, really? People will want to buy that? It's just, there's something about the way people, if you paint something well, people want that item, right? So I'm just like, that's amazing. But the fact that too, like we're in the land of anime and waifus, and I can get like a figure for 1,000 yen at the most and flip it for 6,000 yen or something. I don't know if I'll make
Mhm.
all that profit at first, but like you said, it's all about starting from something. I believe it's out. The POV swimwearing streams were so much fun. Thank you. We're heading up to Hokkaido again, hopefully next month. So maybe we'll see more of those. Thanks for shouting that out. Believe in yourself. But Ravish is asking what kind of events you get mostly in photography. It's events. So like I used to go to Tokyo once a month, and I would join in the Artedly events. They're events with Luke's been there. Some pretty big YouTubers who are based in Tokyo go there, and I've been invited to be a cameraman for like Kaho Shibuya's book signing party. And so while they didn't pay, they paid in exposure and connections. Like I got oh my God, I don't know about Sasebo when it comes to like meeting other creators and YouTubers and stuff. Osaka, there's a lot more people, but it's still super slow. There's like I can count the amount of YouTubers and creators on my like one hand. But you go to Tokyo, oh my God, all the connections I can get there in a weekend are like 20 times more and faster than I could, here in even Osaka. I'm just like, it's
Well,
crazy.
as far as Sasebo goes, is I think I'm the only one.
Wow. Who'd be the
I got
closest person to
I
you?
got a message the other day. Actually, it was last week. Um, there's a guy in the U.S. Navy. He's being deployed in February. Um, he's coming to Sasebo, and he's like, "Thank you so much for all your videos and stuff like that. I'm going to be arriving in February," and he's like, "Oh, thank you." And he had so many questions, and 50% of the questions were valid, and 50% were like. Your base organizer is going to have those answers for you. So
Mm-mm.
don't sweat it. Don't sweat it too much.
Right. That's cool. That's cool. Dude, I really want to get out to your area and actually meet you in person. I know you went to Tokyo once and met with other people, but I'm make a plan of going out to you. So just let you know.
Yep, when the day comes, I will probably be here.
I know you're trying to move to a different location, but hopefully you're still in that area or wherever.
Well, with the contract that I'm signed into now, I would
Mhm.
just like to stay in Sasebo, but change apartments, something a little bit larger, something with a little bit more elbow room.
I see. I see. Cool, cool, cool. Sounds like a really cool area, like the way you've been telling about all the restaurants and the culture and stuff. So,
Mhm.
and just the islands. When I went to Hiroshima, it reminded me Japan is a land of islands. You go to like the
Yep.
big cities, you don't really realize it, but when you see all those chains of islands with the bridges, it's beautiful. There's something so amazing about it. So yeah, I hope
Yeah.
it's like that around where you are.
Oh, it's all that and more.
Nice,
You'll be gobsmacked. You'll be going,
nice,
I can't believe this.
awesome, man. Well, I hope I can fly my drone out there too. I'll have to double
Yes, you
check.
can.
But
Yes, you
awesome.
can. The drone rules. This is just kind of in general. Drone rules go by population.
Yeah.
Population density. So people per meter squared.
Yep.
And if it's under a certain population density, you're allowed to fly it. Go ahead.
Cool,
Have
cool.
a go. If it's in the kind of yellow zone-ish, then you can only
Mhm.
fly at a certain distance. And then if it's in the red zone in the inner city, then obviously you can't fly it.
Right. I know there's a base out there too, so I have to watch out for that. When I was in Hokkaido, just before the winter season, I was like driving and I was like, oh, I gotta stop and take this sunset video. And it was like, shoot, there's like a freaking military airport right next to where I parked. I was just like, oh, it wouldn't let me fly. It was just like you are in an non-permitted zone. Just like, oh, yeah, and then there's the freaking plane. So I have to double check that, but thank you for letting me know. That'd be amazing to get some shots of your area. Dude, I think we've gone through the three main topics. I want to thank you so much for being my awesome guest. Let's get through a little bit of the chat and let's start to wind things down. Does that sound good?
Sure. Yep.
Olam also actually Believe in Yourself said some song memory triggered something about you level 42. I don't know that song. The title is familiar. It has been my personal experience that sharing when a song memory is triggered can add much more impact to the comments. That's totally cool. Believe in Yourself. I think I was looking into this thing called, what is it? Musical therapy. It's actually for retired people to help them cope with their situations physically and mentally, and having them listen to like a nostalgic song could alleviate a lot of their physical and mental pain. So that's super cool. And I'm having a musical background. I think really sensitive to music. I obviously I don't know everything, but how about you, J-vlog? Do you like music?
Oh, I love music.
What are you into?
Everything.
Nice.
There's only two styles of music I don't like:
Hmm.
Japanese enka and
Yeah.
Chinese opera.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was like, I respect Enka with all the technique it takes. I'm a singer, but I can't get into it. Like, not really. And Chinese opera, there's a lot of overlap there for sure. Yeah, that's interesting. Pen Name says, I've never seen King for interviews do well in Japan, but you have good interview skills. You might want to take a look at Asian Boss or Takashi from Japan, I think. I actually reached out to Takashi in Japan on Instagram. Another person in my community, JJ, actually messaged him once and gave him a super chat. And yeah, I've been trying to actually, I want to interview him. That's the idea. But thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Uh, King for long form. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, long form
King.
content.
Oh, is that it's called King? Is that another word for it? Interesting. King content. Cool. I didn't know that. Well, guys, let's do the outro. Give a big round of applause for yo, the J vlog coming in on the Lito bunch and bringing in the Christmas presents. We've got Dark Spirits and is it Xenocide? Xenocide, is that right? Xenocide begins. Pasta, Xenocide. I'm not sure which it is, but we're Canadian. We can do it both ways.
Don't take that the wrong way.
Okay. Oh my god.
We're not
long
switch
form.
hitters here.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, we're playing for a different team. I dig Takeshi from Japan's vid. Yeah, he's great, and his niche is just. I remember when he just started out, and he grew so quickly, and he's like, "What's a live stream, and how do you monetize, and all this stuff." Like he really got it. Back in the play, saying buy long firm interviews. I see, not form interviews. um, Waving. Remember, guys, J-vlog new channels need subscribers. Go over there and help him out. Let's pump him up again, because you can do that. Guys, we're going to go out on the outro. This isn't my regular outro, but let's pump it out, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you, J-vlog. I'm going to put you in a little squircle when we peace out on the outro. Okay, guys?
Bye, guys.
Let's go. Bam!
Have a great weekend.
Awesome. All right, let me get us going here. Ooh.